Hey, this is Brett and May from Citizen Effect. We're coming to you from Cape Town, South Africa. And today we had a great time. We got to visit our local field partner, Home from Home. They build foster homes here in the Cape Town area, and we had a great time with them. We met with Jane this morning, and she took us out to their local offices. We got to meet with the entire staff to hear about all the great projects they're doing here in the area. And then Jane and Pippa took us out to a couple of the foster homes, and we got to meet with the children and the local foster mothers. So, May, where did they take us out to today?
Yeah, they took us out to first the home in Clotisville, which, as you guys remember, is the foster home that we helped to fund through last year's the 2010 Yoga Challenge, as well as through some of the Women Helping Women CPs and Sam Pete. Yeah. All did a great job of fundraising for that foster home. And
it's absolutely beautiful home.
Yeah.
We'll be able to show you some photos and videos from there. And there we also got to meet with some of the community members. We learned that really, some of the ways they fund the foster homes are working with the community members there to help kind of support the local community.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So Home from Home has like a great grassroots model. I think, they do essentially build foster homes, but I think what they really try to create is very much like a cohesive family unit for a lot of these children. Mm-hmm. Children who, have seen a lot of domestic violence or abuse, or sometimes often, or at times have been HIV positive. Mm-hmm. So the model is really to have 6 children really like reflecting a family structure living with one mother. So they're children of ages that really try to reflect a real family and a real home. And that way...
I think we definitely saw that, right?
Yeah.
The children who came back from school while we were there, I think the youngest, she was about 3 or 4 years old probably, and then the oldest boy there was at the time was probably about 7 or 8 years old.
Yep.
And so they were definitely, when they got home, they were playing together, and it was definitely very much a family unit, which is great to see.
Yeah, they grow up together and have that kind of sibling support. And as Brett mentioned, the local community is also very involved. So in Clotisville, it's a church group that helped to really expressed the need for this kind of service in their community, contacted Home from Home, and provided all the support to contact the foster mother and check in on the home every day, as well as help kind of select the foster mom from the community and also the children.
Yeah, and it was just great to meet those community members as well, because you could see how much a part of the children's lives they were.
Yeah.
When we went to the different homes and we met with the children were clinging to these community members, as if they were, just as much part of their family as the foster mothers were. And so it was really just great to see that that buy-in in the community wanting to help out. They know that there's a need there in their own community, and they're willing not only to dedicate their time and their passion to it, but it was just really everything, it seemed like, was revolving around their helping these children.
Yeah, and it is all about the children. I think you see that with both Home from Home and these local groups. And the next home that we went to in Kayamandi, it was with the same church community. One of the women who is part of the church group, she was telling me about the different kind of extracurricular activities some of the girls and the boys wanted to do. She mentioned that one of the boys had just joined a soccer club.
Yep.
And he was really interested in that, but one of the other girls who lived in the home, wanted to do ballet.
Yeah.
So they were trying to kind of find different programs, and just like, real family.
Exactly like a family. Everybody wanted to do something different, and they were trying to help out everyone and the kids there.
And she knew exactly like the new clothes or the new things that they needed, their day-to-day activities, their names, what they like to do. So it was a really real kind of, you do see how much they care about the children and how invested they are in this. And it's a community investment.
Yeah, and getting to meet the foster mothers who were there as well. The 2 that we met with today were obviously, very much vested in the children's interest, and they both expressed just how much they love the job that they have and being able to do what they do for the children. I think the one incredible thing that we saw at the second foster home that we visited in Kayamandi, it's actually a home that's split into 2. It's actually 2 homes, and they have 6 children in each one, but it's one large house just separated. And the incredible thing that the community members were telling me was that the children had been there. It started 3 years ago, and they'd been there from the start. And that they were actually, the plan was to see these children through, childhood into adolescence and into early adulthood, and really take them through their entire lives. And it was just, I'd never really thought about the fact that they were going to be able to do that for these children, see them all the way through into
Right.
adulthood, was really a phenomenal story to hear.
Right, exactly. And when I think about the idea of a foster home, that's not necessarily what I think of. I think,
Yeah.
again, Home from Home is really trying to create that home, that family environment.
Yeah.
And they also talked about how important it is to be able to have 6 different kids of slightly different age ranges that who are compatible living together. That way you can place siblings and not have to separate siblings.
That was another thing. Yeah, they were able to have different sets of siblings in the home as well, which was
Yeah.
really incredible. And on top of that, they were also kind of telling us about how they want to make it as much like a real childhood as possible. So the one community member had mentioned to me, they had made sure that there was a TV there, so children understood what a
Yeah.
TV was. And one of the children's the boys' room, they had a computer in the room, and they were playing solitaire on the computer. And so they're kind of getting introduced to that. And so it was really just incredible to see the different things that they were introducing to the children's lives, and really just supporting them in many ways as possible.
Right, right.
So tomorrow we're going to be heading back out, and we're going to be meeting back up again with the great folks from Home. And we're going to be going out to a couple more foster homes tomorrow, and
Yeah.
obviously, taking more video and shooting more photos and being able to bring you back some other great, incredible stories of the work that they do here. So be sure to check back with us tomorrow when we check in and tell you about all the great work that Home is doing. And for now, it's Brett and May from Cape Town, South Africa, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yep. Stay tuned.